Sorry, class, I briefly got interrupted, so I will start over. Here's where I'm at. I want to send the circle back, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to go into Arrange and Send to Back. And then I want to center this and go into my Align tool to make sure it's centered. I want to make this slightly smaller, so I'm going to hit down Option and make sure we're in the center like so. And start populating different areas of the skull with certain shapes like this. So what I'll do is decrease the size and see if there are areas like this that we can put just for more visual interest. That might be too big, so I might have to revisit that and make this a little smaller, like so. And then we're going to bring those down just a tad bit. Oops. Let's do this again. My Illustrator has been crashing this weekend. I'm not sure why. I need to figure that one out. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. So then I'm going to pick out elements from my shapes and see how I can start populating. I'll just look for areas that I think look interesting. Or I might just make some simple shapes like, circles that go from large to small. That's okay too. And then just going to populate certain areas of the skull. Like that. Okay. And then you want to make sure you maintain symmetry, so you're going to go copy, Command C, Command F, and you're going to go into Transform, and you're going to reflect this vertically. And I'll make sure you maintain that on the other side as well. Okay. Might want to start putting in more areas like that. Okay, one idea of filling in your skull. Okay. Now keep in mind, this is my interpretation of the skull. You can definitely do whatever you want. You don't have to do florals, but I am looking for some kind of a particular pattern that you use, and then you also use in a different way on your skull, because it is reminiscent of Dia de los Muertos, which is a very festive and colorful event, especially the graphics. So I want to maintain that certain vibe which is associated with that day. So we will kind of make sure that we have some kind of complexity and symmetry involved. You don't have to create this many shapes. You can definitely spread out certain elements around your skull and yet maintain a certain aesthetic. But we still want it to look like Dia de los Muertos. Okay? I will do the same thing on this side right here. And then bring this over to the other side too. So select them all, edit copy, and have object, reflect, we're reflecting vertically. Okay. So you'll notice that I'm starting to get more complexity just by revisiting some of those shapes right here, and picking out elements that I like. So I'll see you in the next video when I have my skull completed, and then what I want to do is I want to mask out those extra shapes right here, which will be next to come.